I'm going to show you how to create the ultimate olive, whether that be a pond olive, lake olive, or river. Really easy fly to tie. I'm just going to turn some of the brightness down on this. There we go. Right, go ahead and tie it. So first of all, now depending what you're fishing for, so I'm going to tie this for lake trout, great fly and Rutland. So I've got a size 12, you can go do a 14, but 12 suits the fly. Size 12 standard wet fly hook. My fly tying thread is light Hackle. You just got to come in and get a bit of thread on there. Now if you're tying this for rivers, you can, I'm just going to put a little bump at the back there, a wee knot if you like. You tie in a light wire dry fly hook. That's what I do anyway. And I've lost it, here we go. So your tail is cocked to Leon, and you want it noticeable, so quite a bit. A lot of river nymphs is just hardly any, but this you want to notice it. So the length of the body, and because I've got a little bump there, it'll kick the fibres up. You can also, if you just put a loop behind, it'll kick it as well. So there you go. Now trim this away, and now we come in with some liquid lace, medium clear. I love this stuff. And you want to tie in at the thorax area, give yourself enough so you can snip it off, and then under loads of tension, because you want the body to be as thin as possible, take it right down and then back up again. So trim away the excess here, pull it tight. And now I've got a E29, this is a Pantone pen, and I'm just going to come over the back. I'll stick a little whip finish in there just to stop this pinging. It shouldn't ping, but just in case. So, under loads of tension, we're going to wrap this up to create the segmented body. And then again, under tension, secure it, keep that thread tight, and then snip him off. I'm just going to tidy this area up a little bit. I want to come back, just back onto my my liquid lace, just a little bit, like so. So now we've got body stretch in black. You'll get away with brown. I like the contrast of black. And we just got a half the stuff. So I've just come in with my scissors and I've got half the thickness. So I'm going to take that off. Now there's not a shiny side or a dull side, they're both the same. So just tie him in, but you want it so it's, you have to sort of pinch and loop this so that it's dead centre. Pull it under tension and then you'll know it's dead centre. Come onto the liquid lace just a touch, and then again keep that taper. There we go. So now you want a bit of English partridge, and you want a feather quite close to the neck. They're a little bit smaller. The feathers get a lot bigger and wider the further you go down the bird, so about there. I'm going to take away most of the faffy bits, so I'm just left with this. And then in with thin Hackle pliers, and I'm just going to take away the rest of the tips here. So I've got a little bit to work with. So it's always got to go back. So you want to tie the feather in convex, so it's curling up towards the ceiling. You don't want to trap too many of the fibres. Nice loose wraps here, and then just trim the waist. So now I've got some Mad Rabbit dubbing, and I want a really tight rope with this stuff. Really tight. I might have too much in there, but we'll find out shortly. You'll notice on the nymphs the thorax is way bigger. So I'm just going to come up quite loose where that feather is, because the feather's delicate, and then come back through and then secure behind the eye. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the feather forward, and now all the fibres will slope back. Give yourself enough fibre to secure. Take any bits out the way that don't need to be in the way, and then pinch and loop, catch him in, like so. You can go an even smaller feather. I prefer the length on this. Bear in mind I'm fishing it pretty much static, so anything additional in there's got to look good. And then just wet your fingers a little bit and pull the fibres down either side, like that. And then we're going to come over nice and tight with the thorax cover, that body stretch. Keep it tight and then secure. That's him. Tighten up, stretch, and snip that off, and then just tidy up the front end. You always got to get the odd fibre. The head's usually a lot smaller than that. Like I might have done wrong there, but we'll tidy it up. And then back in with your pen. So you've got your dark top side and the cream coloured below. Tiny little bit of varnish. Tidy him up a little bit. There he is. And then just come in with your bit of Velcro. If you have to separate any of the fibres, and pull some of that dubbing out as well. Just a great little fly, and one that's worked for me pretty much the world over. I used it over when I was in Bosnia. Just a great fly. Here he is, nice and simple, perfect olive. If you want it for the rivers, I would suggest that you tie it with a dry fly hook, SLD2, something with a bit of beef in it, but small. Really hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please be kind enough to subscribe. Take care, and bye bye.